complain about church guys. And they say there are so many issues about our guys. They are not romantic. They are not serious. They go out in GYD t-shirts. They quote Ellen G. White on dates and very many other things. And today, we want to lay that conversation to rest. And our topic tonight is romantic passivity. Church guys seemingly unserious in relationship. What is the problem? Why are our guys seemingly unserious in relationships? What's going on? How can we help them? And what do the guys say? Is there a defense about all these accusations that have been levied against them? This is the Youth Voice Show here on Hope Channel Uganda. And hosting this conversation tonight, my name is Edison Masereka. I am one of those church guys. So, and just to help us unpack this conversation, I'm having my very good brother here, Edwin Aivaziwe. He comes to us from Makerere University and is training as a teacher. Yeah. Edwin, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Are you unserious as well?
No, I'm very serious.
You're just a church guy, but you're not unserious.
Yeah.
Interesting. And on my extreme right, I'm having my very good brother, Mr. Frank Waiswa.
Yes.
He also comes to us from Makerere University. He's waiting for graduation. He did a bachelor's of pharmacy. Frank,
Yes.
you're welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much.
And the only lady on the panel who is carrying all the voice of the ladies out there is our good friend, Annabelle Asimwe.
Hello.
You're welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having
Are the guys in your circle unserious?
Most of them are.
So we're going to be unpacking that and looking at where the problem is and why are our church guys seemingly unserious in relationships, that they are not as romantic, they don't do some things. Some of our young ladies have gone on to date out of the church. Church guys are more romantic, they are more serious. Whenever Valentine's Day reaches, our guys are like, that thing is not even in the Bible. They give very many excuses. They can't buy flowers. They can't pull chairs when they take you on a date. They want to take you out on a Thursday evening when it's buy one, get one free. So we're going to be unpacking all those things and see where the problem is. And I want to first hear from the ladies. Are these accusations true from your circles?
Oh, yes, they are true.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are true. I know of some guys that are like that. So not all the guys, not all the church guys are unserious. Some are serious, like he said he is. I'm not sure of that, but he's claiming he is. Yes, but I've met some that are a tad bit unserious. Yes, with those things of buy one,
Get one free.
But I support them on that one because, I mean, if they can afford that that package for that day, I think it's okay if they can get that. Some, you just find that it's the same, that they behave the way the church, the guys from outside behave. So I think some ladies feel like it's the same. They are all men.
Edwin.
Yes, please.
I've heard that we, church guys, mistake romantic passivity for holiness. And we think that the more a guy is aloof from being romantic, the holier he is. And a holy guy should not be in some of those, he should not be overly romantic. Is it the thing really?
Much as that has been an associated perspective, I personally do not think we really need to be distant, because if you have sought this lady as in a romantic relationship, then you should be able to be romantic, but still striking the balance of, the phase of the relationship. You don't have to go extreme, doing things that are for people courting, and you fixing things which are supposed to be for those who are married.
Yes.
So we need to really strike a balance of you have to be romantic perspectively, but still striking the balance of, the regulation, the guidance, and at the end of the day, we need to also not to be extreme.
I get it. Why, sir?
Yes,
Have
please.
you heard of these guys who, like on the very first date, I want you to become my wife.
On the very first day.
Yes, the very first date, I want you to become my wife.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
They want to look so serious from the very word go.
Yes. Actually, I've heard of them. And to me, this issue of unserious guys, stems from the fact that someone goes into a relationship and they do not know why they are going into the relationship. If somebody says, I want you to be my wife from day one, from the first day, that means this person has some impulse behind them. They have some impulse. Maybe they are in an urgent need of a wife, but you cannot conclude on someone being your wife
On the first date.
on the first
you
day.
haven't known them.
You've not studied them.
They don't know you.
Yes, they do not know you. And someone was making a statement that whoever says, I've fallen in love with you, in a week or less, that person is lying. Because
Just
falling in
met.
love with someone takes time, bearing with them, understanding who they are, all they do, even bearing with what you do not want them to be. You fall in love with them in that way. It takes some time. So someone who says, I want you to be my wife from day one, is actually lying and seems unserious. You may have an attraction towards someone, but you cannot conclude that they should be your wife the very
It's
first
a big
time.
problem.
It also
It's a
comes
red
back
flag.
to you and what you want. If you really want to pursue a relationship, you go beyond just attraction. And you know, yes, she's beautiful, she's good, but shall we be compatible? Shall she be able to, shall she be accepted in my family? Shall she be able to be the father of my kids? So that is also very, 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 very much important. So that one who says you're my wife from day one is actually lying.
I have heard of other guys, and these ones I think I know some of them, like those who propose on phone, and he goes to a lady's inbox and he's like, I want us to be more than friends. In her inbox, even does a voice note. Because a girlfriend of mine was telling me that they went somewhere for this church thing. It was like a union of young people, and so she met this guy there. And, you know, this thing of exchanged contacts because you've met, you know, where are you from? I'm from this place. And I think around 3-4 days after that, the guy comes to his lady's inbox. Hi. Just H-I, hi. I don't tell people not to come to my inbox like that. Then after that, and then after sending the hi, he now records a voice note. You know, I am so and so, you know, we met at this and this place. Now me, I am this age, I do this. I want to marry you. When I saw you, I saw my wife. It speaks to what you've been talking about, proposing from the very day one. But how about those who don't have the decency to ask someone out and do it on phone? As a lady, how do you feel?
That is absurd. I mean, it's disrespectful, utterly disrespectful. I mean, what do you mean you're proposing to me on phone? And when you say proposing, someone might think for marriage, but the initial stage of just girlfriend or I'm interested, you're trying to introduce yourself and your intentions, and you're doing that on phone. I think it's disrespectful. Yes.
Does it in a way show a lack of confidence? You can't approach someone boldly and maybe ask them out and take them and face each other one-on-one and put whatever it is you have to say on table. But then you're hiding behind the gadgets, the technology, the emojis. Edwin, what do you think?
Thank you so much. I really feel a lot of pity for ladies who have gone through such and for gents who have reached that level. As my sister says, it is really, really disrespectful. But for me, I will speak on the side of gents. It's really unseriousness. Because my good friend told me that you don't date for who you are, but for who you will become at the end of it all. So if you are dating for who you will become, you see that this lady will finally end up in your home and you have to interact. If you can't interact with her now, how do you think you will interact with her then? So if you can't go out there and speak out your agenda, nojimo kuba maso, how will you really talk to her when she's doing things you want to rectify and you are not happy with them? So for us who are the youth today, I think as we go out to pursue these relationships, we should be really outspoken. We should think into being audible, like be masculine enough to tell this lady that, you know what, I love you.
I get it.
Just on spot. My lecturer one day was telling us, we do a lot of engagement. And he said, this is a natural selection strategy. If you can't just come out and speak as a man, speak to this lady, how will you be able to command her in the home? How will you be able to do that? That's how she gets into your home, and all you can do is text her, and yet you're seated in the same living room. Now, that is really absurd. And I really say that we should style up. We should think out to really reach out to these ladies
You really
physically.
think it's very necessary for us to normalize physical interactions,
Physical
especially when it comes to dating. We should reduce the technology.
Yeah.
It's so easy for someone to mask behind the gadgets, the memes, the emojis, and they could easily hide their lack of self-confidence per se.
Yeah.
Or even a phone call does not bring out everything. Or communication, Annabelle, you do communication, and you know that about 58% of the messages through non-verbal cues.
Non-verbal.
And the words are just 7% or 35%,
Yeah.
either way.
The
Either way.
littlest, yeah.
But non-verbal clues have the biggest.
Biggest.
And now you have a relationship running on WhatsApp.
Not even physically.
Not even video
texts.
calls, because his phone cannot support. Let's not go there. But Frank,
Yes.
where do you think this timidness in our guys stems from? This rigidity, this timidness. They can't go out there and boldly confront the situation and boldly put out what they want. Where do you think it comes from?
Yeah, thank you. Now, as a man that has intentions to have a wife, it is important to work on yourself, also in different aspects. But most importantly, for you to be able to make someone your wife, you have to convince them. They have to see that, ideally, this man will be able to be my husband. And that comes through communication. Using WhatsApp may not yield anything. You do not meet this person physically. Use emojis, you're chatting, but they cannot see your your facial expression and see the seriousness in you or something like that. It will end on WhatsApp and will not yield anything. And any serious man will, in one time, say, okay, I think I need to meet this girl and really talk to her and convince her. And one gentleman was telling us that if a lady is not able to go back to her mom or a girl and tell her mom that, you know what, I think this guy is capable of being my husband, because you've convinced her, even when you do not have the money, at least you convince her through your communication that one day we shall make this, you draw plans through that physical talk. She draws a lot of courage. And by the way, communicating with a lady, I truly believe that it is one way they are attracted to you. When you're able to communicate to them and convince them that you are able to take care of them. So that lady is able to even tell her mom that, you know what, this guy is not yet there, but we are going to be rich. But you've not even put that into her mind. She will tell her mom and be like, hey, this guy is, yes, he does not have the money and we do not have any plans. And the mom can easily say, but whom are you bringing at home? Like, even when the girl loves the guy, the girl may be forced to decide otherwise. So this stems from the fact that as men, we are so much caught up into the current world of being social media people and prioritizing a lot of social media and not having that tight skin and hard skin as men, facing certain situations, facing them as men, that we can even be able to develop that skin that enables us to have the confidence.
Real-time interactions are dying.
Yes, they are dying out. Boys, by then, in the old age, used to assume responsibilities in teenage years. And by the time they were 20, he's man enough to even take care of a wife,
I was telling
even one or two.
I was telling my class recently that our days we were creative. I look at myself about 10 years ago, high school and how creative we were. When we liked girls, we wrote to them. And we had to think carefully about the words. But for them today, they have messaging apps
They
that
have
they can go and get a
emojis.
message about anything. They have emojis and that. He will send a message without talking about a message, without thinking about it. He's not creating it. He's not thinking of the words. Just gets a message, pastes it here, and he sends. But for us, we had to think. And so because
Even
of that,
use
even
AI to give them
because
the
yes,
words.
because he's used to
AI
generating
is there.
AI messages to send to her. By the time they meet in real life, he does not have the words to convince her, because now, okay, it's technology is aside. Now, what do you bring to the table in terms of contributing to the conversation? Edwin, do you think there is an aspect of mentorship and guidance missing out in our young people that are leading them there? Do you think they don't have good examples and good role models in terms of how to handle relationships and how to be romantic? Do you think they don't have maybe people to emulate or something like that, and that's why they are the way they are?
Yeah, definitely. I greatly agree with that, because recently, I think on this show, I talked about something called the intergenerational gap that we have between this generation of youth and their parents, in quotes. And now, when I bring it down to the African parents, rarely do African parents engage their children about relationship things. And not only the parents, but also the community, elders, and leaders. We talk to these youth on other grounds of economics, personal development, career, spiritual issues. Rarely do we talk to them on relationship matters. Few parents know who their daughter is dating. Few fathers know who their son is into. And few share with them the tips of how to get there. So I believe there is a very big gap that is in there to deal with mentorship. But still, the examples, those who come out to share how they never share the whole story. I've seen many people share about their relationship, but they only share the good parts of it. Rarely do they bring out the bad side. You know, very many gentlemen have been rejected on spot, but they persist, and later they win this lady. But when they come out to inspire, they talk about how they are so good, sophisticated technicalities, and how they really ventured into this lady. Rarely do they say, she ignored me for 4 months, but I persisted, you know. They will just share a smooth story of, you know, we met, I proposed to her, after 3 months we are in courtship, and then we have the proposal, we engage, and they don't say the reality. And these young men go in there thinking about the same. So the young man proposes to the lady first day, and the lady rejects. And the young man who is following a prosperity story about relationship says, now, since this lady has rejected me, this is the end of it all.
And she's not the one.
And he withdraws and goes to another one. So I really believe we need to be told of the real journey and the real story through mentorship and exemplary living.
Annabelle,
Please.
some of the complaints I hear from our young ladies about the way our guys in church are romantic passively, it's not about the big things per se. That maybe, of course, some big things are there, like our guys are stingy. I've heard that. Our guys are stingy. But also there are things like our guys are not romantic generally. The things he will say out on a date, the way he will handle the relationship, the playfulness that girls want. Our guys are too serious and wants to talk about that.
Thank you for bringing that matter. So I believe it depends on the personality of the person, the guy, and the lady as well. But the reality is, most guys, our church guys, are unromantic. Let me just put it in quotes. But going back to the individual level, because now you find a guy who's feeling like they're there, holiness and religiousness, and so they can't find themselves meaning. Oh, hey baby, oh, how you doing? Like, how's your day going? They feel like, how?
It's
like,
going to take them out of spirit.
Like how do I ask her how her day is going? Because for us to be like, it was fine. How was yours? And have you eaten something? So some of our church guys feel like it's dramatic. As women, we're very emotional, sensitive, and all in our feelings and everything. So they call us, hey, women are petty, women are dramatic. And those are the little things that just become enormous and just bust.
Recognizing, complimenting here and there.
Exactly.
What is saying that you look nice in that dress going to take away from you? But it adds something
And then
to her.
they feel bad when another guy compliments you, especially if it's a bad.
You see how with this beautiful hair you're not complimenting and you're just keeping quiet and you're speechless.
Choka, the lady just did
Another
her
brother
hair.
out there is spot on.
Exactly.
Ukanyambalide.
She went, did her hair and everything to look good for you, and you're not complimenting her. Or you're like, Harry, Sabbath school, this one, you know, it's all good and everything, but yeah.
Yes. Why so you seem to be burning with something?
Yeah. To add on what she has said, I think she has brought out the aspect of the romance that she is meaning, because we need to really draw a line here. What kind of romance are we talking about? Yeah. Because we also need to govern the fact that it is a Christian relationship and it is really hard to keep up to the standard of a Christian. So it takes the aspect of forbearing in some aspects, though you would really love to do them.
Yes.
But good enough, she highlighted that the talking, the compliments, and that.
Can I put it this way?
Yes.
I think here now, especially in the perspective of Christian young ladies, this kind of being romantic they are referring to, they want us, it's not doing things to them, it's doing things for them.
For them.
Yeah, there's a difference between doing things to them or doing things for them. It's not that being romantic of touching and, yeah, it's doing things for them.
Yeah.
You're remembering to open the door for her, to pull the seat for her, to those little things, to compliment her.
Yeah, now on that, if you really like someone and you love them, ideally, some things come naturally. A gentleman mentioned and said that love makes you do what you've never done. You see, even a serious guy, if they're really, like, they have loved someone, the compliment comes naturally, I bet. The first time I think I liked someone, you get. You see, the smell has just come naturally.
Yes.
Like, it is out of hand, and you can't hold it, but appreciate them. Tell them you really look good.
Yeah.
You're this. You're my this. You mean this to me. So I feel like maybe sometimes it stems from our upbringing, our backgrounds, that sometimes, in addition to how we perceive what we study in the church, that maybe shapes our kind of the way we treat our people that we love, that turns out to be unromantic. But ideally, it has to really come out.
Thank you. Edwin,
Then-
before we go for that break.
Yeah, thank you. There is something that has been burning here that I wanted to say.
Don't let it burn you.
Adding to what my brother Waiso has just said, you know, yes, it comes naturally, but personally, I believe through different personalities, some people are just logical, and they have taken this logical beat to relationships, that whatever they will do, they say, how does this add meaning? But for me, something I've learned in the past days is that if you are willing to be in a relationship, you should not extend your logical mind into the relationship. There are some things that you will have to do out of logic. Like, it doesn't make sense, but you do it anyway because she needs it. Yeah? I don't know how I can explain this, but some of us are very logical, that everything I do is based on a certain quote, either from a book
And you
or
remind
the
her
Bible
about
itself.
it.
Yeah, and
you
I
go for
remind
it and you're quoting Ellen G.
definitely.
White.
Like,
Sister White says,
if it is not
Remember
logical,
here
then
it
I'm not
says-
doing it.
in Adventist
Where is opening for you the door written? Which book do you read it from? Like, what does that mean? It's not logical. But I've learned that most of the ladies, that gender is, you know, is more of emotional than logical. So you
Yes,
have to
we
really
are emotional, yeah.
enter her emotional zone and understand what she needs, and you do it anyway.
Thank you, Edwin.
Yeah.
We're going to pick it from there when we come back from the break. And when we also come back, we're going to be looking at aspects of our church guys limiting their interactions with their ladies only in church settings, and how that is a problem in dating relationships, and how our church guys always want to be reminded, like they will not do things without being reminded about them. They don't initiate, and how that's a problem equally. We are looking at romantic passivity, why church guys are seemingly unserious in relationships. We take a short break and we come back shortly. That very short break. This is the Youth Voice show here on Hope Channel Uganda. And tonight we are discussing romantic passivity, why church guys are seemingly unserious in relationships. We have talked about the aspect of being stingy. Where do we draw the line from, Annabelle?
Thank you so much, Edson. Now,
do you want us to be extravagant?
If you can sustain, if you can afford being extravagant, then be extravagant. If you cannot, please don't be someone else. I would think of being moderate. I mean, most of our church guys are not rich per se, like wealthy. But then I don't think they're like facing absolute penury. So I don't think they're very, very, very poor and everything. It's just some people. I hear of this association, the Stingy Men's Association. And unfortunately, our church guys are part of that association, knowingly and unknowingly. And most of them take pride in it. Yes, take pride in it. I listen to guys, women are extravagant. Women, no, like, please order for something you can eat and pay for.
I get it.
Yes. So if you're dealing with someone very expensive and everything, that's what you choose. Like, but if you can, like, give what you can, depending on your means. Your income and everything. Don't do what you cannot sustain for like a long run.
There is something I've learned, and I think I'll mention it. I think I got this from Robert Kiyosaki. We have to date within our means, and this is about finances. Rather you go to a very good place and you have their cheapest meal than go to a very low-class place and have their most expensive meal.
Exactly.
So, for example, rather than taking her to some downtown restaurant where their best meal is 30K, you rather get your 50K and take her to a five-star restaurant and maybe just have their breakfast only. And I think this speaks to our guys being creativity. Rather than you take her out with 50K to some other kafunda place and you embarrass her yourself, invite her to an upscale place, but just do breakfast. Instead of doing a dinner, invite her for a breakfast at an upscale place. Now you spend this small man of yours on just breakfast, but it leaves a bigger impression.
Because of the place.
Because of the place you've taken her to. And I think those are some of the complaints. Church guys, they only take her to these little places for pizza, little places for ice cream, this kafunda, like that, which is quite a problem. Frank?
Yes. Yeah, I think men and being stingy has always been a topic, more so in this the current state of the country and the world. It is really unfortunate, but like you said, you can take someone to a nice place and afford a low kind of meal or drink, because this points to or speaks to them that the person values me, and they
can take her
value
to
me to that
a very good,
such kind of
a
levels.
very good place for just their smoothie, their juice or something.
That's really important. Someone personally who really believes in giving as a sign of love. Because ideally, there is no way you will express your love without giving. Without giving. Even when you do not have, but you should give. Because that is when you will show that you love someone. At least give to your capacity. That's what I'm saying. But here, this is my disclaimer, however. In the in the aspect of being stingy and not being stingy, this is what I should speak. It should come from both parties. The lady should understand that this is my guy, and this is his financial capacity.
Oh, yes.
And understand that when he gives me 20K, he has really done a lot. And also understand that, yeah, he has given me 20K, but I believe he can give me more than this.
And also understand that
Yes.
he has brought me out here, but I don't have to order for everything.
Yeah.
Get
Yes.
it?
Ideally, if you like someone, if you like your guy, you should be appreciative of everything that, every effort that he puts in to make you happy. Even when he gives you 10K. By the way, a guy may give you 10K because you like them and it makes more impact than maybe someone who gives you 50K. Of course, the impact I'm talking about speaks from the heart.
Yes.
But this is what I'm trying to say, that it also comes from the side of the lady to measure the extent of stinginess. But at least if the guy is trying efforts to give, those are good flags that should speak to you that, yeah,
The red one.
good flags, the green flags, I mean, that should speak to you that ideally this person is a giving person, yeah.
And maybe the other thing I've learned is that sometimes the amount of money might be small, but if you play around with it, you can be creative with it, and it creates a bigger impression.
Yes.
So, for example, like ladies love the small things. Maybe I traveled somewhere, and I buy something small, and I'm like, I thought of you, I got you this from my trip. You know, I went out and I got you this.
I
thought
this and I
about you,
thought
I
of
brought this. I saw this, I thought about you. Those are the things they want. If I have my 20K, instead of sending her cash, for example, I can buy for her a data bundle. And to her, that communicates more. Because she's using this data than giving her the cash. Or maybe buy her something she can maybe use or something. Girl stuff are not as expensive. As a guy, when you're dating, it's good to have female friends who can guide you. Like they know female taste, you can guide. What do you think about this? So that you're always very spot on as you're doing your gifting. Now, we have a problem. We, church guys, we only meet them at church. We only meet them during Vespers. We only meet them when we go to organize the church. We only meet them for midweek fellowship. We only meet them when there is a choir concert somewhere. We are not intentional in meeting them outside of things which are not related to church. And the girls don't like that. First, talk about it.
Now that you mentioned it, most church guys believe that they can access the girls anytime. For example, you mentioned the fellowships, the midweek word and everything. I will see her. I'll see her. She's the same. She'll be there. She always comes. I mean, she heads she gives out envelopes. She's going to be there. So no effort. Most of them don't put an effort. And when you mention effort, people think it's money, mostly money. As I mentioned, I started with messages. I mean, I've met guys who want to be called, I want her to check on me, ask how my day is going and everything. Like, want to be on the receiving end.
But have you done that as a guy?
You see, when you mention, okay, we are emotional, sensitive and everything, you guys are mostly logical, which is okay. You don't necessarily have to change and come to our side. That is not how God created us. But because we also have a little logic, us as women, it's there. That's why we try to understand you. A little, we are mostly emotional. Our emotions are all over the place. I mean, we are overthinking, we are everything. So it doesn't hurt. I don't think it does. When you come meet in the middle,
In the middle, yes.
What you want, please try
meet
it.
over coffee and somewhere.
Yes,
somewhere away from everything church.
Yes.
And by the way, can I say something? That church is the worst place for knowing about people. Because at church, guys, we are all at our best. And I'll be honest with you, for myself, at church I am at my best. I put on my best outfit. I speak at my best. We are all pretending.
You don't even want to give a hug.
Yes.
The church hugs.
Yes. But then we have to put avenues for us to meet out of church, where we can see people for who they really are. How does he put on in his free time? How does she dress?
How does he look like when he's free?
There are these sisters who put on very sweeping clothes on Sabbath, and you're like, yes, I've met the lady.
She's the
But
one.
invite them over, they come for slits reaching up here. And we need to see some of those things. And trust me, we can't see them at church. At church, they give us regulated food. I mean, the ration of lunch is the same, but you take her out there, see her appetite.
Yeah.
Hey, it's okay, carry your car, carry enough money, she might order for everything. Carry some money just in case, and maybe have some mobile money and have your card nearby in case things go south. But at least if she orders for everything, you know, you have your sign, you've gotten what you wanted. The test has, you know. Take her out and say it's okay, and get to know her spending habits. If she wants to order for everything on the menu and also do some big takeaway for her girls at home, then you will know this. But you can't get that from church.
Yeah, because it's a routine and it becomes boring. Because you see every time those are the same events every day. Like those. So when they find someone who's spontaneous, that is different.
And that's what the girls want. They always want like a new experience, right? Talk about it.
Yes, the new experience of someone who's yes, religious and holy and stuff, but they are free as well. I mean, they're not afraid to show who they really are, beside the suiting up and, you know, the real.
Before I come back to the guys, I know he's burning with something. He's burning with something. But before I come, I want you, Annabelle, to talk about consistency, because you girls love that, and it's not in us, the guys. Someone was saying that a man will construct a house, right? A man will construct a house for a lady, and some unserious guy will load the yaka 4 times. And he will be the man of the show. He will steal that show. Because for him, he's being consistent, more consistent than the man of the house. Now, especially as church guys, we do something once and we forget. I did something on Valentine's and then you've forgotten. 5 months have gone by, you've never done anything else. What do you say about the consistency?
It is a very important factor, especially in relationships, any kind of relationship, even those that are married past 10 years, when they tell you consistency, because it's a dynamic, like this is how we are doing this and everything, and there is some spontaneity there, because I mean, if you're not doing something and you're doing something like as okay, if it's paying tuition, or just the rent, or as you say, buying a house, and someone comes and does this one small thing today, the other week, they're like, that is, it's grand, speaking volumes. I mean, you did something here and you're like, I did that. I mean, and I'm the boyfriend. I'm the one, you know. Someone there in their inbox is checking on them. She's telling them how her day was, and it was hectic. The boss was tough and everything. So he's like, don't worry, you're going to be okay. You're going to
and you're not overly being too much, doing one thing after another, one thing after another, but you're being consistent.
You're just the consistency.
Being calculative.
Yeah.
Yes, Frank.
Oh, okay, thank you. Just to add on that point, the consistency is really good, and to the lady that you're dating, it speaks to her that you appreciate her, and she's your number one, and you put her in your plans. But it also goes back to the lady, because I'm speaking on the side of the gents. She should be able to appreciate this consistency, because the problem comes in when you try your level best in your means. Yes, you cannot be consistent. Sometimes things fail. Maybe on this birthday you're not able to get a gift because of financial constraints. But at least you're able to send, to call and give her that message.
You ask her out for a walk or something.
Yes. And she's not being appreciative of that. She's not understanding you. So how this becomes sweet is when the love you're giving is also being appreciated, when the person is also lovable. It is something that I really wanted to add on.
Reciprocity, it's reciprocated.
Yes.
I mean.
Yeah, there is something I wanted to talk about, actually 2 of them, and in that aspect of consistency, which is feedback. Now, as my brother Waiso has said, some guys do try, but they receive not any feedback. From experience, you find yourself carrying her something, maybe to where she stays, and then you come back, but not even a thank you in the inbox.
That's a red flag.
And gratitude is a must.
Yes.
And that's what the men are looking for, not anything big.
So this man won't come back.
Appreciated.
Yes, and by the way, like some of these things are a test.
Yeah.
As much as possible, when we are dating, I was listening to this gentleman who was recently assassinated, Kakhu.
Oh,
Yeah,
Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk.
And I realized some very good dating advice from Charlie Kirk. I've been listening to his part of dating and that, and he was saying that if you like someone, subject them to different situations.
Exactly.
Different situations of your life. Meet her in your periods of want. Meet her in your periods of abundance. Take her out on a trip. Meet her in groups. Meet her as an individual.
Let her see you vulnerable.
Yes, let her
and
see
how
you
they handle
vulnerable and
that.
all these things. By the end of the day, all these things are tests.
And
if
by
you
the
keep
way-
doing something for her over and again, and there is no reciprocation in terms of appreciation, that's a red flag. And you get the message.
You see, sometimes I engage with some ladies, as a mentor, we talk to them a lot, and you say, the relationship should be unidirectional. No, it shouldn't be unidirectional. It should be bidirectional.
Both parties should play something.
And when we say that, for them, they think it should be bidirectionally materialistic, that when I take you out today, you're taking me out tomorrow. No, that's not what we
A
mean.
man should not be on the
When I
receiving
take
end
you
materially.
Appreciate.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is my part in it. When
Yes.
you do the appreciation, I say, yeah, she has showed up. When I do A, B, C, D, you should also say, yeah,
Yes.
he needs encouragement.
Yes.
Encourage me.
A man
I'm
should not.
proud.
A man
That
should
is
not
the
make
direction.
themselves
Yeah, true.
used to receiving material gifts. A man should not be on the receiving end materially.
Yeah.
He can get complimentary gifts or something like that,
Yeah.
but it should not be something he's used to receiving. In other words, what a man should be is receiving should be as an expression of gratitude for what he has done.
Even when that gift comes,
Yes.
it should be in form of gratitude.
Yes.
Expressing how you appreciate
you
him
have
in
been
your
a
life.
very good man. I thank you because you've been supportive.
Make it
And
an incentive to push him.
and
it's
more.
a special
And
occasion
trust
as a
me.
man, but you don't expect to take her out and she pays. I've heard of something like that,
The
where you
50-50
expect
thing.
50-50 thing on a date. Really?
Trust me, Edson, it is that gratitude that will fuel the consistency.
Yes.
Some gents are not
Surely.
consistent, not because they didn't want to be, but because they don't get the investment return. They don't see return of investment.
Once the return is not there, once the person is not replicating, you see, dating, it's an interview.
It is.
A company, they don't give you the job before giving you an interview. They give you the interview you.
Then get the
If
job.
the interview fails, they hire someone else.
Yeah.
So, and that's the mentality we should approach dating, that if I get red flags, it means the person has failed the interview, and I move on to someone else. It's been a pleasure, but I think because of this and this and this, we can't move on. Bigger things are at stake. We can't continue, and we can't date for. Reminding me of something else. I wanted us to talk about being reminded. Our guys don't take initiative. Our guys don't take initiative to do things. Always they'll do them because the lady has complained or because she has reminded him or something like that. You'll even forget her birthday. Like common sense can't tell you to write it somewhere in your diary, and you'll even forget it until you see it on her friend's status. Speak about that.
That is absurd. That is being reactive than proactive. And as leaders, because this has been given to us by our Creator as men, as guys, that we are leaders. So we should be proactive, planning for this company ahead, rather than reacting to the situations of the company. So if we need to be reminded for every bit, then we are having it the wrong way. But still, ladies should understand that naturally, or by nature, men forget a lot. Yeah. That is something.
And I
have
also
to
say
buy
that
for them.
as men, like as a man, because I know that I forget, I put in place
something about
mechanisms
it.
for me to remember.
Then that is true.
Like about the ladies, I'm telling you, you have those small things matter a lot. Please set an alarm, even if it means you're setting an alarm.
You're right.
Set an alarm, write somewhere in your diary, pin it on your wall, write on a sticky
help
note,
yourself.
pin by your bedside.
Help yourself.
Birthday for
Annabelle.
Yes.
Is this day?
Help
Yeah,
yourself.
sure.
Yeah.
To help yourself get out of trouble.
Yeah. To
Yeah.
add on that, some of those innovations you do in your relationships as a man, the new things that you do, they really speak much volumes to the lady. For example, as she's your lady, if from nowhere you have her contact in your head, you can speak it off
means
head.
a lot.
That really means a lot
It
to
means
her.
a lot to her.
You can speak it off head, and you know what? You be like, you know what? I know your contact. I can speak it off head.
When I was dating some 2 years ago, I was in some relationship and I didn't know her number. And that was a big issue. And when I memorized it eventually, now, I'm not in the habit of memorizing numbers because I think from around the age of 13, I've been having a phone. So I've not been used to memorizing them because I'm always having a phone at hand. So I said, but why should I memorize it? I'm always with my phone. And it was an issue. And when I memorized it, it was like I had hit a jackpot. She was very excited.
Yeah, and those things keep on coming at the back of her mind. Even when maybe things don't really
It communicates
are
that you
going
care.
on well,
Yes.
those are the things that really speak to her that I think this is the right guy amidst everything that is happening.
Yes.
Because
He's intentional about
yes,
me.
he takes the initiative to
Yes.
know about me. He knows my birthday. He knows this.
Yes,
and
he knows
this.
my special days. I
Yes.
tell him something, he remembers it.
That is also very important in your
Pay
communication.
attention to the colors. Pay attention
Even
to
when she tells you maybe I'm going somewhere and not able to support it, but you call her on the day she's
Yes.
going and tell her and remind her that, oh, you
Yes.
told me you're going in this.
And I think-
you wish her safe travels.
Yeah. Not
That's
that you
also
totally
very
agree.
important.
And again, I'll speak about setting reminders. Once I knew as a man, my mind runs a lot.
Yeah.
I became intentional about reminding myself, especially through writing. I would literally have conversations with her, and I'm writing down a few things. When she says she likes this, I'll keep noting them down. But the next time I'm gifting her, I should be spot on.
You have
I
some
should not get her
options.
chocolates when she loves flowers. You have to be very careful with those little things. You know, it's very important. Very, very
In
important.
addition to what Frank was talking about and Edwin, gratitude is a must with thanking. It's a basic kind of, growing up, they'll tell us when you're giving something, say thank you. I mean, it's like greeting someone. I mean, even our parents will tell us, if you don't say thank you, you're not going to get more. I mean, please, ladies, say thank you when, really appreciate. I mean, they took the trouble to get that thing for you or even check on you. Like, thank you. I'm used to saying thank you. And it's just something basic. And I understand maybe to some people it's not something they grew up comfortable with, or even now. Some are like, they deserve it. So, we all deserve good things, yes.
Yeah.
But someone went through the trouble of getting you something. However small, however, even if it's a call, even if
Surely.
I would be like, hey, the thank you, like appreciating. I mean, I feel good when I'm appreciated. I mean, what if it's another person saying that? So I think that's good.
Our time is fast spent, but one of the most renowned books on relationships and marriage is The 5 Love Languages by Dr. Gary Chapman. Touch, physical touch, acts of service, words of affirmation, gifts, quality time. Mine is words of affirmation and somehow gifts. If you touch me, it does not get anywhere. But
No touching.
no, okay, I like it, but it's far-fetched. Maybe quality time, I like it, but I think it's like my third. But words of affirmation really speak to me. But I'll know when you're flattering and when you're being serious. But what I want to say is, most important in in the 5 love languages, it says we should love people in their language, not in our language. The problem is when we want to go and date and we want to do for people the things we like. Like I'm getting her chocolates because I love chocolates. I am taking her for reading dates because I love reading. I should love her way, not my way. I should take her out her way, not my way. The other final book I'm going to talk about is a book called His Needs, Her Needs. It's on marriages and relationships. It was mainly written for couples, but me, I read everything. So the author of that book, His Needs, Her Needs, insisted that in relationships, the single most focus should be on making the other person happy and pleasing the other person. I should forget about myself and I should concentrate mainly on pleasing the other. And even her, she should concentrate on pleasing me.
Meeting
that if both parties do that, the relationship is going to flourish. Because once I am minding about her needs and she's minding about mine, everyone has been taken care of. So where is the problem? Is that we don't get to understand people to come down to love them their way. The last thing I want us to talk about before we finally end the show, and you should address in your parting shots, dating for long. Our church ladies cite a number of things that we church guys don't have: clarity, intentionality. Clarity and there is no clarity when you're pursuing them, and intentionality. And this is because we are dating them for long. It's been 3 years and you're not showing that you're going anywhere. People who began in high school, people began at campus, you've graduated, but you're not showing any signs. Please address this in your parting shots.
Yeah, thank you. Regarding that, dating for long, personally, I do not concur with it. And as someone who is intentional, if you by the dating also depends. For example, if we've met at university, and maybe my course is 4 years, her course is 3 years. In a university setting, the environment given within a university can enable us to date for that long. Because ideally, and me, I would first prioritize making this person my friend, and later I become more intentional. Though that is also not, it is somehow dangerous in quotes.
Pros and cons.
But in a school setting, it is easier. But now when you get out of school, dating for long is really, I don't see it as feasible. Because now here, you have, school has been keeping you somehow disciplined in many different aspects, by the way.
She's 27 and we're still telling her to wait 5 years.
Yes.
5 years.
Like, what are you talking about?
And more so, you've been friends enough. And you have feelings for each other. Why not respect God and really get married? And then
and express these feelings
express
the right
this
way.
love outwardly. Like you mentioned that love is the essence of love is if somebody is able to sacrifice themselves for the other, and likewise the other person. So like that is already missing out, and that's what God has created us to enjoy from this thing of love and marriage. So personally, I would concur with that if I'm in school, but if I'm out of school, I would really love to be more intentional and seal this as soon as possible. That's why it also speaks much volumes on how I should conduct myself.
Yes.
If now I purpose and I've identified someone that is also intentional with me, I now strategize myself. I now start saying, okay, I need to be settled somewhere as a man. I need to save more. I need to work towards that. If you have that at the back of your mind, yes, you may not have married this person, but at the back of your mind, in fact, she's already the one. And in everything that you do, she is the one, and she motivates you to do everything. And in that, God can even help you, and you're able to cut it short and not date for long, because it is
in 30 seconds. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you so much, Edson. I believe intentionality is not only for guys; it's also for women. Now, when you talk about reciprocities, you don't waste time. I mean, if you're self-aware and he's self-aware individually, and then you're aware of the challenges you might face or are facing, and then you're like, I can handle this for a long run, or we can have such a conversation. You know, people shun from hard conversations because they're uncomfortable. So everybody's thinking, I can't handle this. How will he even see me? I mean, he'll think I'm too hard. Maybe I'm too soft. So that's why there is a challenge of even men, most men, and the church guy is not wanting to be vulnerable. That is something I read about. I have a place I read about it. Some men find it hard to be vulnerable with women. With women, and not just any woman, but the women that they're dating or they're married to. Even some men in marriage feel like they can't. Like, how can I be vulnerable with a woman? She won't understand me. I mean, I'm a man. I will feel less of a man. So that is also a challenge. And it goes back to the time. I mean, being intentional with the time that you spend together, you get to learn each other, those womanerisms and stuff, those little things. You get to know someone because of what she has done or how she has expressed, maybe facial expressions, all the, without her. She might say, I'm fine, and her face is she's not fine. So with the texting and everything. So this goes to being intentional. The woman and the man. It goes both ways.
Thank you. Edwin.
Dating for so long, sincerely speaking, no one should venture into wasting their friends' time.
Yeah, it breaks.
Like,
Time, true.
if you are not willing to graduate, why would you go to school in the first place?
You're always getting retakes every semester.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, if you are planning to date, should really be intentional, have the plans laid, work toward marriage, and not for so long. Sister White says that courtship should not last beyond a year. Why should you take it so long?
Yes.
Beyond,
And therefore, I advise.
beyond the year.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
written.
that's courtship.
Yeah, courtship.
Courtship,
Yeah.
yes.
Intentional
So,
courtship.
intentional
Don't
courtship.
court for
That's-
more than
yes.
a year. Yeah, before you transit into real marriage and the vows.
Yes.
So we shouldn't really venture into wasting each other's time.
Thank you very much. And I'll also add on and say, if you don't see yourself getting married, at least in the next 2 years, you are not ready for a relationship, don't waste anyone's time.
Don't.
Yeah.
If you're not ready for marriage, don't be anywhere close to a relationship. The reason we date is to marry, and that's in a Christian setting. It's okay out there, you can do other things that you do, but before God, the intention for dating and courtship is to marry.
Marriage.
If marriage is not in the picture for the next 2 years, you're not ready for marriage. Those of you who began when you were in high school, those of you who have been dating for 5 years, my long-term girlfriend, some of those things are not acceptable before God. You know the things you're doing, you're compromising. My mentor, when I was at campus, told me, you can meet the right person at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Said, if you date for long, that relationship is going to become boring. And once it gets boring, you have to do some things to bring it back to life.
And
those things will be compromise. A time reaches and you have done everything. And the only thing you haven't done is compromise. I was there. I did it for like a year and a half. I was still in school. And I was like we had known everything about each other. The only thing we had not known about each other was knowing ourselves. And I ran for my life before it was too late. And Jesus saved me, otherwise I would have gotten into trouble. I was not ready for marriage. I was not ready for marriage. I was still a young man, below 25. I was still
And
in
you
school.
felt young.
And I was very young. So we date when we are ready. If we date when we are ready, we are going to be intentional. There is going to be clarity. They won't call us boring. We are going to be doing very mature things, very serious things,
And no
because there
wasting
is
time.
something we are chasing at the end of the line. Yeah. But when it's still very far off, we shall do everything we keep doing. And they'll keep saying we are passive, we are not romantic, we are very boring. That should not be said about church people. We should excel, including in our relationships. We should excel. If you're going to be a boyfriend, be the best boyfriend in the world. Eh? If you're going to be a girlfriend, be the best girlfriend.
Yes, be intentional about
Thank
it.
you so much for having been part of the conversation, and we're going to end it there. You can share your comments on our YouTube channel. You can tell us what you think about the things we discussed. You can share the show. Others may benefit. From myself and the rest of the team here at Hope Channel Uganda.